Danger. Give her a gun and she'll start a fight. Give her a fight and she'll start a war. And then it gets messy. Who's going to step into the breach? Who's going to lead you to victory? Think of me as your captain of conquest. So gird your loins and prepare for the fight. I'm Nick Frost, and this is Danger Incoming Attack. Ow. Coming up on tonight's show, I learned the art of camouflage, attempt to survive the apocalypse, I don't want to be the lady, and invade a small Northamptonshire town. But first, bombing, sniping, ambush. 3 ways to surprise your enemy. But can you surprise someone even when you're not around? Get 'em. With man traps. So if you want to trap yourself a man, forget small talk and listen to this guy. Chicka-chicka. Here's the little scenario, okay? I've got a whole bunch of guys, heavily armed, coming after me. How am I going to defend myself?
Okay, well, unlike most environments, the jungle is brilliant because it provides you with everything you need in order to make some improvised weapons and man traps. You've got mangled traps, dangle traps, strangle traps, and tangle traps.
So, stingle, bongle, lingle, and tingle.
Exactly.
Okay.
Right. Basically, a mangled trap is a trap which
Nick, let me stop you there. Let me just be serious for a moment, if I may. Man traps are very dangerous indeed. Please don't do this at home. Unless you're a very desperate man, like, say, for instance, John Rambo. Nick, carry on.
Okay. This is a tangle trap. It's very, very simple. Person steps over the obstacle here, foot goes through the camouflage, will look just like the forest floor. Foot goes into the pit. These punji spikes are angled down. Foot goes in, but can't come out.
It's a bit spiteful. Ah, so tangle your enemy with spiny holes.
That up there is the mangle.
Oof, holy moly.
That mangle log will come swinging down and along the path. It's very important that it should do that because that way anybody on the path is going to get mangled.
A quick tug of the tripwire and... Way! It done it, knocked him over. So mangle your foe with a big spiky conker.
Here we've got a classic dangle man trap. Any of these sticks, if you put pressure on them, will release a peg which is connected to this very, very large log we have in the tree.
Right.
And what happens is basically the weight drops, tightens this noose around the leg very quickly and will haul the baddie into the air and you can use him like a piñata.
Okay, Nick. There's the ankle, he's walking through the bush. Bang. Oh, bush. Now, it didn't do it, but the log came and knocked his head off.
Excellent.
It's good, it worked. It's headless, there's no one, we've won. Now,
wonderful.
We've done a mangle, we've done a strangle, we've done a dangle, and now a beheading. Can I have a go?
Absolutely.
Nick, I've seen the other objet de mort, the objects of death. What is this?
It's basically a whip trap. We're going to attach this very lethal punji frame to this tricolora vine. Then we're going to bend it back so out of sight and camouflage it. And this will come flinging around like a whip, which is why it's called a whip trap. Exactly. Yeah, well, you could do that. That's
so we lashed it, sharpened it, and bent it until... All right, we've got the vine set up. There's the trap. Here's the baddie walking down. Let's go. You ready? Oh! Oh! Jungle killing style, I love it. That was fantastic. That worked, everything's broken off in him. Great, let's see how it's done. Let's have a recap. Oh! Choose a spot where you know your enemy must pass, like a narrow path. Construct your trap. Use either dangle, strangle, tangle or mangle. My favourite's mangle. Disguise your trap. Use camouflage. Stay there a sec. And that's how you make jungle man traps. Simple, silent, deadly. Conscription. It's when the army makes civilians do war, and here's how to avoid it. When the army invite you to join, you'll be asked to submit to a medical. But don't worry, this is a completely dignified affair. Normally, the army like their gun fodder to be in peak physical condition, so try to be as unfit as possible. Alternatively, arrive for the medical wearing clothes that are inappropriate for your gender. Usually mad people are not conscripted into the armed forces. A common tactic during the Vietnam War was for conscripts to take large amounts of psychedelic drugs before the medical, turning them into rubbish soldiers. Whilst this is illegal, you could replicate the effects by consuming large amounts of coffee or cheap cider. If you do avoid conscription, chances are you'll be arrested. And rightly so. Now you can see me, but now you don't. Now you see me, now you don't. Camouflage. It's hiding for soldiers. Evade with camouflage. I'm here. The French originally invented camouflage in 1915. Only then it was called camouflage. The best camouflager of recent times has been the Predator off of the film The Predator. Do you want to know how to hide like a pro? Well, this man's going to show you how, if I can find him. John? John?
Nick!
I can hear him. I cannot see him. John?
Nick, I'm over here.
Oh, hello.
Hey, Nick.
Hello, John.
Hey, Nick, you been looking long?
Yeah, probably about an hour.
Okay.
Hour or so. So how long have you been hiding?
When I was 18, I joined the Marine Corps. Been through 4 different sniper schools.
Good skill. All right, well, listen, here's the scenario. I'm out in the woods, like these. I'm walking my dog, Punch. All of a sudden, the woods are filled with gunfire. An enemy troop has taken over my town.
Okay.
I've got no weapon. My best thing to do is to lay low and hide. How am I going to do it?
We'll just run through a basic list, outline, things that we try to do. Basically, a good outline that everybody recognizes is the head and the shoulders.
Right.
Okay. By having these, you can throw leaves in here.
So we need to break up the shape of the human form. So change your shape. Leaves are good, but what next?
Shine, because you can see that for miles and miles away.
Right.
Any jewelry that you wear, probably want to take that off because it'll shine.
How can I camouflage my face? Can I use kind of earth and...
Yeah, not only your face, but you also want to do your hands if you're not wearing gloves.
Anything that's showing.
Exactly.
Are you taught any specific patterns, or I mean, is it just...
You don't want to make it...
soldiers creatively express
themselves? Well, you don't want to make it look like a clown, because you're out there, trying to hide.
Right. Use mud. It's makeup for tough nuts. What else?
You wouldn't want to stand in front of this tree.
Because I'm easily seen.
Right, because this is green and this is brown, and you're standing out. It's what's called contrast to background.
So what can I do? Could I take my clothes off and kind of smear myself with mud and
yeah, you could.
Earth if it was that?
Instead of hiding behind, like, in front of this tree, if you just step over here, and now, as you can see, turn around and look behind you, your browns is more going to match in with the browns back there.
Okay. So colour coordinate with your background. All right, well, we're going to put to the test what you've taught us. John, thank you very much.
No problem.
And we're going to play